Hey, all right, here we are playing some Minecraft. We're doing a little Minecraft therapy here, and we're hanging out in the mines. And what we have here is two spider spawners of the poison variety. And as you see, as I'm standing here, both of them are activated, which means that between these two, I think we can make a nice little farm to gather some experience in an accelerated, rate. Let's go ahead and throw our armor on for now. And where's our shield? Got ourselves an enchanted notch apple. This is our storage down here. I'm trying to just ferry some stuff up to the surface as well. Uh, but yeah, we're working on clearing this out down here. We need a accelerated way to gain some experience after losing a bunch of experience. Let's see here. Tab, T, enter J. Nothing. Okay. I was gonna see if maybe I've saved and exited a couple times, I guess. But there over the last few days we have died a numerable amount of times because in this track, going this way down this tunnel, this is right underneath our main base to the south. This tunnel this way, I'm not sure whatever height that we're at. This tunnel this way eventually runs into a deep dark area. Not straight into it. There's like a circuitous kind of like confusing tunnel thing that I need to like work out like a better path to it. But we've cleared it out. We've gathered all the stuff from all the chests, and we did not survive. We got killed by the warden a bunch of times, and we lost our stuff, a bunch of times as well. So we've been reset. The only thing that we have that's original, I'd say, is a couple of our tools. This pickaxe that we have right now, bling bling. This is our fortune one that we had, but everything else, you know, from our armor to our most of our other tools, they're all gone. Oh no, we destroyed some of our wall here. Here, let's do this, and then this, that, and then pick our stuff back up. Right here we got our little wither. It's infected with resin because I farmed up quite a bit of resin. As you can see, we've added it to the outside of the tower. It's going pretty good. We got it going up. We changed up the spiral pattern so that it makes it more easy to see the spiral going on. And then on the top of it, I'm actually recreating, close to what a lantern looks like. And I'll have a giant lantern on the top of it. And in that concept of creating a lantern to go on top of it, I'm also going to try to redstone it so that let's go ahead and throw some stuff here in this to cook. This clay here. That's about it. We're going to redstone it, at least try to. We're going to have some, trial and error stuff for sure. We're going to redstone this thing and see if we can make it so that at nighttime, when it'll turn on some sort of way to make it look like there's fire, alongside of it. This is a little demo I just did to see how I could cascade fire up so that from the outside it looks like it's burning. And you have to be pretty much way up high over there in the distance to see. Oh, perfect timing. So we've been in the mines for quite some time, and we have our friends here, the fire bats that are smoking themselves on the fire. Um, and I had a thought. So not only would it be neat for it to at nighttime to turn on lights of some sort, I think it would be great if, because there's a skulk sensor, a calibrated one, if we could make it so that when the bats do their little screeching thing when they come swooping by, if that triggers the blue torches, the nether stuff of some sort. So have it like light some soul sand on fire and turn it into from a regular torch, I mean regular lantern, into a soul lantern. We've gone crazy with the resin and putting it on stuff. I really enjoy orange. It's like one of my favorite, colors. Not that there's any color better than another color. I just enjoy orange at this point in time. And so I was thinking we could do that in a combination with the the redstone lamps, or even the copper bulb. So I think we got some options that we can go ahead and do and try. Holy smokes, they're angry. Let's go ahead and sleep right now and go over some of the other things that we've been doing. It's so easy to see where we failed in my mind, and that would be this right here. So I had made some hearts, some creaking hearts, which get, man, my inventory is crammed full. You take these things here, you take these, and you mix them with this pale wood here, and you can create a creaking heart, which would be akin to. Oh, there was one floating over here, but I killed it. You throw it in the center of these, and then when the creaking pops up and you punch them, it layers the surrounding wood with this stuff here. And in the process of that, I was like, gosh, there's got to be an interesting way to try to farm it. And I don't know. I haven't looked it up or seen how to do it. So I figured I'd do some experiments. And one of the experiments was I put like a snow golem in here and had him throwing the snowballs at the guys. And it doesn't cause the thing where it makes them gather the resin. So I created an iron golem out here. I set him up out here and tied him up. And the iron golem does not cause the resin to acquire to gather on the logs. So then I was going to try a dog, and I haven't found a dog yet to try. So that's the plan next, is to try a dog. I've killed and killed the hearts on these. I was gathering the stuff for a long time and using it all over the place because I was really enjoying it. But one night, as I was in here, when night rolled around, I had a creaking just spawn inside of the base here, and that was no bueno. So after that happened, I went out and got rid of the hearts that were out there, just to save myself some sanity. As you can see, we got 3 stacks of diamonds here and lots of iron and gold. We got 60 blocks of iron here and lots of gold, and we had tons of copper. We used it in crafting a lot of copper grates here. Didn't end up using all of them because the lantern didn't need them all. Can't convert them back, so we'll have to come up with something else to use for them. No big deal. But we need a bunch more copper as well to make the copper bulbs for my plan on making this a redstone activated lantern here on the top of this place. I think I'd like to go back through and wax these as well. And but I'm gonna have to make another bee farm to do that. And then we'll put like a knob on the top of it, like these lanterns have inside of here. And I think that we'll have. We'll figure something out. We'll get rid of the ladders on the outside of it as well. After we, I think, get rid of the regular torches and come up with something else to light up the outside edges to make sure that it doesn't spawn up here, but then it doesn't have the ladder going up and breaking up the pattern of the swirl as it goes around. So yeah, we got our little melon farm and our pumpkin farm. That's going on good. We've rearranged the flowers a little bit so that it kind of surrounds what we're working on. To not to a great degree. We got 1 carrot just recently from a zombie. Uh, we need to get a bunch more glass for the outside of our lantern here. So we've been farming that from the beach down this way. And like I said, we need to make an EXP farm. We did a great job down here in the Nether, getting a bunch of uh, stuff from the Nether fortress. So we have our Nether wart. It's outside of this place as well. That's going good. Um, yeah, and then as for like the therapy of it all, golly, so much is going on that it pales. It makes my pale fortress here pale because of how much stuff is going on in real life that we're dealing with. Um, but you know what? It's okay. We're surviving. We're alive. We're breathing. In my mind, I had a bunch of things that I was ready to go on and talk about, um, but they quickly diminish as I just started recording and talking about what we got going on here because I was so excited to talk about it. I guess. Uh, yeah, we got our skeleton horse saddled up over here. I don't know what happened to the rest of them. They might be in the snow forest over this way, or have died, or in the snow somewhere. I'm not 100% sure. This guy, he doesn't jump very well. He's not very fast, but we got a saddle on him now, so I don't think he'll despawn. So that's nice. We should probably do something cool with bunnies eventually. Don't need them to make the bundles anymore. I wish that was still a thing. I kind of liked it better that way. They made it a little interesting to have to hunt bunnies so that you can make bundles. This was just to make sure that our snow golem didn't get struck with lightning or die to the rain. It was this little platform here, but it's not connected to anything. And if I'm gonna be finding a better way to farm the resin so that they don't appear in my house, I'm gonna have to put it further away from the house. So we're gonna eventually just tear this down, I think, and move it away. No big deal. And get that done and out of the way. And you could put this resin stuff on everything, and I really enjoy it. Even it breaks up the pattern a little bit. I mean, granted, I'm spawning spawn. I'm spawn. Was spamming it. I'm spamming it everywhere on all these blocks. But no big deal. I really like it on the soul sand. With the nether wart on top of it, just really brightens up the place over here. Because of all the different areas that we have colliding, co-aligning, colliding. Um, because once you get into this area, everything gets gray, and then these colors just so pop well. So it's nice to be able to step back and have a check out of it. Have a little look-see-dooksy. Kind of looks like a star from this angle. But yeah, that's where we're at. We currently need to get a bunch of ender pearls. In that spot where I was making that farm for spiders, I guess, I've got a couple of slime balls, so we're probably close to a slime chunk down there. So we should keep clearing it out, I think, just so that we can get a better grip on getting some slimes. That would be neat in my mind. We'll do some more clearing of logs around the outside of here once we get our tools and stuff up to snuff again. And yeah, I think of all the things that are going on, it's not that bad, you know. We got we did the deep dark enough that we have now this right here, the recovery compass. Holy smokes, this is something I've been wanting for a long time. So the recovery compass will point you to where you last died. And That to me is amazing because I have wanted one of these ever since I had died to go back and get my goodies. There's a plenty of times down there in the deep dark where I was fighting the warden and stuff. I say fighting him when I was dying to the warden. That I wish I had the compass to be like, oh yeah, that was the exact spot where I had gone. And I can go back and pick up my items. And I was thinking about, gosh, how that would be so cool to have something like that in real life. Um, Maybe not so that it would point you to where you had died, but for things, small things. I say small things, but like it could actually be possible. No, but for it to be like a compass that can point you towards a mistake that you made or an error. So, like the lodestone that's hanging right up here, you would be able to click the lodestone with a regular compass, and then that will compass will show you where to go back home. And with the recovery compass, you could click on, you click, in real life, you can click on something, the mistake, some deed that you have done, and then you'd be able to go back to that or see that mistake when it happens, and you can identify that and recover from it. So if you were to put your foot in your mouth at some point in time for something that you were saying in real life, and be able to have the compass point back at that moment and be like, oh, okay, here we go. We're putting our foot in our mouth again. Let's go ahead and adjust. Let's rectify this before we dig ourselves into a bigger hole, and not like lie or deceive or, you know, continue to push an agenda that's not, good for everyone else. And it's super tough, I think, in my mind to get through, is not pushing an agenda, not to exist without actually, making other people uncomfortable to get by, you know, in the short time that we have here on this Minecraft world inside of another world, to be well. And that's the issue that I'm having now, is just trying to respect other people and not overstep my bounds, and find my way to exist without, hurting others. Because in the end of the day, nothing really matters. And we need to get more ender eyes so that we can go through the end portal when we find it. It's still this way. I still haven't found it. We have that giant tunnel that we've been making. It still goes this way. What we're gonna do is we're gonna keep branching. We're gonna keep going down different levels of tiers. So we'll hit a different tier that we haven't hit already, and then keep going this way. And then maybe we'll just out of luck run into it. But we might also need to just go on an actual adventure. But to go on an adventure, we're going to need some leather shoes so that we don't fall through the snow here. It's got to be one of the most irritating things, is to fall through the snow when you're on an adventure and just be stuck down in the snow, and then fill up your inventory with snowballs trying to get out. It always gets in all your pockets, just like in real life, where you get covered in snow and all the little snowballs attached to everything. So, well, that's one thing that we'll figure out and get through. It's our second enchanted apple score, so that's going to be great. The the warden one shot us every time that we got killed by him, so not the end of the world, but we learned our lesson. And we just stopped carrying all of our good stuff down with us, and put it into a box, and then went on a little adventure. We gathered all of our skulkery stuff, so all the disc shards. We gathered enough of those to create the disc. You put like 8 or 9 of them together, and you get the full disc for this, or at least one of them. I don't know. I only got 3 extra after making the one. We got some skulk sensors and skull catalyst and some skulk. None of this was gotten with a silk Dutch. It was all just from chests. And then here's the disc. The Samuel Arberg number 5, which is the creepy one, with the portal opening in the end of it, and then to make the recovery compass, it was echo shards that we got from those boxes, and we had enough to make 2 in it from our whole adventure. And I think we've 100%ed it down there and cleared it out. We don't have any real reason to go back down there to get anything. Besides, fighting the warden for funsies, I guess, and sneaking around. No big deal. Yeah. So that's what we've been up to. I was kind of putting into this off because I was hoping to make a lot of progress, and we've made some progress, but I was hoping for more. Yeah, it's an exciting world that we live in, and how we push ourselves and take our actions to heart, says a lot, about our mistakes and our recovery and what we would need our recovery compass for. And at this point in time, man, I'm just glad that I'm making it. Just trying to survive, I guess. We'll get there. I guess I didn't go as deep as I wanted to for this therapy session, but that's I guess there's always next time. Yeah. Be well, take care, take luck. Shout out to Arseface, making therapy videos, like your videos. Keep it up. And I enjoy your content. And everybody else that swings by and says hi. And thank you. Be well. And yeah. Here we go. Another day. Later.